I mean, I honestly think everybody's starting a podcast right now, but I think it's just worth it to just get something out there or have something
Yeah.
loaded up.
Yeah, I don't want to like spend forever thinking of what to do. Like it does seem like you should just start doing
Just do
something.
something.
All right, episode 2 of Pitching Bad Podcast Ideas. What did I call it? Thank you so much for watching the first one. Got a lot of great feedback. A lot of people told me that they would watch some of the podcast ideas that I pitched. And so just to clarify, these ideas aren't all bad because they would be uninteresting. Some of them are bad because of logistical issues or moral issues, ethical issues, things like that. So my two guests for this episode are my comedian friends Ryan Sudakrin and Benedict Del Castillo, originally from South Bay, San Jose, California. And they didn't really do anything to me to deserve this, but I did it anyways.
I think this could be an hour-long episode with different seasons. Is if we pretended to plan out crimes, it's sort of like a response to true crime podcasts, but this would be like made up crime. So we'd be like, all right, if we were going to murder someone, how would we do it? And we could all come with different ideas. So like the first episode would be like, what weapon would you use to murder someone? Another episode would be like, who would you target? And with the idea, like you don't want to get caught. Like it wouldn't just be like you just kill whoever you hate the most, but like if you just wanted to murder someone and get away with it.
Yeah.
And then we just like do as much research as we want to see like how people get away with it, or like if sanding your fingerprints work and stuff like that. And so if they like catch a guy because he like didn't clean up his semen, then we'd be like, all right, so I'm not gonna come when I murder this person. So I don't leave any DNA behind, or I would clean it up, I would know how to clean it up. And then we could just
semen brush.
Yeah. We would probably like have different skills for the murder too, which would be cool. Because like I couldn't overpower someone, but like Ben, you clearly could. So like your approach could be like if you were like to grab someone and like put them in your car or something. I probably couldn't do that. I would probably have to target someone small.
Yeah, like a woman
or a child. Another one I had. Since we're both named Ryan, we could do a show called Which Ryan Do You Like Better? So like Ben would you'd bring on like a friend or family member who doesn't know us, or just like someone you know. And you could either like ask us interview questions or like do like these challenges, or just have us talk to this guest that you bring on. And at the end, they decide which Ryan they like better.
Oh, we could do a segment. That could be a part of a segment. Just a 10, 15-minute thing.
Oh, I like that.
Bring somebody over. It doesn't have to be the whole episode.
Yeah, I think that's a great. I think it's a good segment. Definitely, that's a good segment. Actually.
Okay.
I think that's fun.
What should we call it? I like that segment.
Ryan or Lion, and then one of us lies to try to be cool.
I don't think anyone would believe that.
Maybe we don't even need we don't need a guest to come on. We could just like have a listener like email us like which Ryan do you like better, and that's just like a running vote we have the whole show.
Because that'll evolve once one of you guys. Because it's probably not going to go back and forth. There's going to be a point where if there's going to be a 3-4 point lead,
right?
You get desperate. You're going to try to you could dye your hair, or do something cool. Try to be something cool.
Yeah, you just try.
You got to switch it up if you're losing by 3.
Because they could give feedback too. Like, the reason I don't like Ryan Goodcase is because he doesn't show enough emotion. Like, he's not very emotive. And then I could try to respond to that criticism. Like, hey, what's up, guys? Super happy to be here.
You kidding me?
One I was thinking that I think could be fun, sort of inspired by that drunken philosophy debate we had the other day. So we bring an expert on and we talk to them all at the same time. Like, we're kind of interviewing them. But, like, 2 of us have like a stipulation. So one of us is doing like a power hour during the show, but like the guest doesn't know. So it's like either you're drinking a shot of beer every minute, or you're just like, you have like a water bottle with vodka. So throughout the interview, you're getting progressively more and more drunk, and you try to hide it from them. And then another person, the other stipulation would be that you like take an edible like 30 minutes before the show, and then just get progressively more and more high, and you're just trying to like hide it from the person you're interviewing.
And if they go, "Hey man, are you drunk or are you high?" Then you like lose, or you have to get on
Well,
timeout or something.
yeah, I think. Well, you just deny it. Like
Yeah.
you don't necessarily like
No.
lose, but yeah, you just like you won't admit that you're drunk or high.
I mean, are we intending to like trick the expert and be like, yeah, this is just a normal interview, and then just fling all of this craziness on him?
Yeah, I think that would get like the best response.
Yeah, I might be down. I don't know. That
Yeah,
is
we don't
true.
even have to know them. That'd probably be even better.
Yeah, that might be better.
Because if I brought my brother on and I got like drunk in front of him, he'd probably be like, okay, it's just Ryan not taking his life seriously. But if we got like a stranger, he'd be like, is this person like, did I just join a person's podcast who is like mentally like not all there? Like, is he unraveling before me right now? I think I brought this up to you in chat, Ben, kind of jokingly, but then I thought it was a good idea. A fantasy stock market league.
Oh yeah, you did bring it up. Okay.
So like we'd start with like a draft, and the draft would be just investing like $250 or $500, and then like whoever's stock, like every week we see like whose stocks did better, and like we could have like matchups. We'd probably have to like an even number of people.
How would we have enough content for a whole like 45 to hour long podcast? Because like once you present everybody's standings, it kind of ends there, right?
I mean, I might be delusional thinking we could get fans, but that's obviously our goal is to get listeners.
Sure.
And they could like they would support our investments, right? So if they were like Team Ryan, good case, or Ryan Sadaka, and they'd be like, okay, I'm gonna support Levi. I'm gonna like tweet out, buy Levi jeans, or like they'll start buying shares of it too. They can like influence the stock market in our favor.
Yeah, it's a big if, but it would be fun.
That'd be awesome, right?
Yeah.
Or we could try to sabotage. So like, if I wanted Levi not to do well, I could just like make a bunch of fake 1-star reviews and be like, Levi gave me like a rash, like a permanent rash. My doctor said it's permanent. It's from Levi jeans.
Dr. Levi.
And then Levi just tanks because they got a bunch of bad press.
Yeah.
And then we would talk about what we did.
Yeah, our two followers are gonna shift the stock market.
It would start small, but I think like any influence we can make, or even like an attempt, if it doesn't work, it'd be funny to like try to screw each other's stocks over.
Sure, I think it's a funny idea.
Became a huge following, then we could literally influence the stock market, like the world economy. We could get sponsored too. If you were like, openly like, I support Budweiser.
Yeah, I like the dreaming, but I think we have to stay somewhat grounded.
We could do like a show where we prepare a food from our culture, and like just like introduce it and talk about it, and then just like eat it on the podcast and like just talk about it and whether we like it or not. It'd be weird to like eat on a podcast. But I think it'd be funny if we just leaned into that and just like ate like really close to the microphones, so you just like hear what all the food sounded like what, and it'd be like you would like turn the volume up on that part, so like really gross some people out, but it could also be really funny if you're just like eating like. I think that'd be fun.
I think it'd be a good recurring bit.
Could you tell what food I was pretending to eat?
Curry.
Yeah.
Can you tell what that is?
Pussy.
Oh my god, so vile. How do you do that?
Give me a second here, boys.
That could be a fun segment though. You have to like guess what they're pretending to eat, or like guess what they're eating. Like we'd actually eat like foods, and then that would be like the audience has to guess for next week. It sounded like steak or peanut butter and jelly. What about if we did a conversation podcast, but there was also like half of it's us talking and half of it's just our brothers talking. So like the premise is like we all know each other and we're good friends and we have a certain rapport, and then we just stick 3 people who have no context or really reason to, and then we can sort of like analyze their conversation.
I don't think our brothers would agree to this, or at least
you don't think your brother would do it?
I don't know. I mean, if it's every week, he probably would not be down.
Yeah, I could see my brother doing like a 10-minute thing.
Yeah.
And then
what if we just did like one long one and cut it up? So if they just talked for like 4 hours one day.
There's no way.
Really?
Yeah.
What is it? What better thing does your brother have to do?
My brother.
Well, he has nothing to talk about.
I mean, that would be kind of funny. But there's just long silences, and we're like, you have to talk for 4 hours.
Yeah. What's
We
their
could pay
incentive
him.
to stay on? I was gonna say, how much you'd have to pay him, like what, $100 or something?
Well,
Or
minimum wage is. What about your mom? Do you think she would do it? She seemed to
No.
like to be on the podcast.
Yeah,
that
but
you
for like
did
a
super
small
stay.
thing, not for a fucking 4-hour long discussion with your brothers.
All
no,
right.
then it would be our moms.
That'd be cool. Have our moms talk. I bet they would love that. It'd be like a book club.
Why don't our moms make the fucking food?
Yeah.
Isn't your dad like an expert, like stick fighter?
He's just an expert fighter, dude.
Really?
Stick.
Like just any? I thought he did stick stuff.
Yeah, that was it. But he just uses his hands. He's got 3 black belts.
Dude, he could come on for that expert podcast, and I'd be like, "That's not how you fight."
Yeah.
And then,
He's
and then
also-
you and then you
my
get your
dad would
ass
be down,
you get your
my
ass
dad would do
whooped.
it.
Get your
Huh?
ass
You think
whooped
you'd
through
fight him?
Zoom. I think we could build upon that and just have a podcast where it's in Ben's garage, and then we just have the audio of Ben's dad brutally beating your ass, breaking your bones.
All right.
Yeah, and then you had one more, right?
Yeah, the last one was I think this would probably be less of a podcast and more of a video series, but what if like I just pitched purposely bad podcast ideas and like saw how people reacted and responded to them?
So you just like hit up random people and do that?
Yeah, just like comedians I know, but then I would just pitch bad ideas and see if they actually take them seriously.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Like
What if-
like an idea where you plan out a murder, or an idea where you like eat food on a podcast.
No,
I think those are all good ideas. I think the only bad idea that you have was about pitching bad ideas.
There you go.
'Cause all of yours
That's
are good.
that's what this is for. That's what I'm doing right now. With your
We rank-
permission, I'm gonna edit this and do a video of me just pitching bad ideas.
Yeah, put
permission-
on Pornhub. Put on
I
Pornhub.
don't, I don't grant you permission.
Really?
Yeah.
Why not?
Don't I have to sign a release?
I mean,
The
I
verbal?
wouldn't do it without your permission. I'm just asking, like, you wouldn't give me permission?
Depends how you edited it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna like. I'm gonna cut out the parts where you said bad stuff. But I'm just.
I don't
gonna
think I
try
said
to
any
make it
bad
funny.
stuff.
All right.
Are you telling me you don't think any of those are good ideas?
They start with like a nugget of me thinking they would be cool, but for like obvious reasons, they're not good. Like the stock market one, where I'm like trying to influence the stock market. Or-
I was wondering. I was like, you're usually
Yeah.
not this delusional.
No, yeah, it's a terrible idea.
Yeah.
Or the one where we plan out murders. You think that's
Yeah.
a good idea to be like, all right, this is how you would get away with it. This is like the effective way of not. We're basically like making a how-to murder podcast.
Yeah, of guys
bad
that don't know
idea.
how to murder anything.
I actually think people would listen to that. Honestly,
Yeah, but
I think that's the
regardless
best
of whether
idea
they
you
would or
have.
not, it's not like it would probably be legally irresponsible. We would probably get in trouble for making a podcast of how to rob a bank, right?
I didn't want to like shit on your parade,
Yeah,
so I wasn't like completely. I didn't want to like completely throw them off because I feel like
right. That's sort of
But
like
yeah.
Well, I
the-
mean, and also, what are we gonna do? None of us had any fucking ideas.
yeah, it's true.
yeah,
I actually
think-
like the other one too. The Ryan O'Ryan is pretty good. I like that.
Which Ryan do you like better?
The segment.
I think that is a fun segment.
that's a fun
That'd be a
one.
good segment. I think it would hurt my feelings.
Well, it would hurt your feelings because you'd lose every week.
That is an extreme possibility, and that would make me feel really bad. If every
but-
week someone came on and was like, "Yeah, I like Ryan Sudakran better," then yeah, after 6 or 7, that would really hurt my feelings.
Yeah, but then you'd be like, all right, well, how do I get better? Right?
That's what I've been doing my whole life. I don't know. I don't know what
No, you
information
haven't,
that.
but you haven't been getting feedback. You've just been in your head
Yeah.
thinking, "Oh, this is what I think, and this is."
Yeah, you can
guys are
get valuable
pitching back to me
feedback.
my bad idea.
You can now get valuable feedback. Like step 1,
And
stop
right
being
away
white.
too.
Step 2,
Can't do that.
lose the glasses. Step
I think that'd
3,
make it worse.
put them back
Yeah,
on.
I'll think
Put 'em back on.
You guys didn't catch on when I was like saying that. What if I just pitched like bad podcast ideas? My brother got right away like, "Oh, that's what you're doing," but you guys were like, you didn't really seem to get it. I
We
like I had to
didn't
explain
get it.
Maybe the ideas weren't absurd enough. I thought they were, but I don't know.
I guess they were. I guess maybe we're being really optimistic about that. And we're like,
Yeah.
seeing the good. I mean, each thing had like somewhat of a nugget of like an actual podcast, because I literally looked up food podcasts and there was a bunch of podcasts about people trying out different foods.
Oh,
So,
really?
yeah.
That's a stupid idea for a podcast.